Greetings, wanderers. Picture this. You've landed in Europe. You're standing in one of those beautiful old train stations, watching departure boards flip between cities you've only dreamed about. Paris, Amsterdam, Florence, Vienna, Prague, Barcelona. You think, this is going to be amazing. Then you look at the station board. There are trains leaving every few minutes. Some require reservations. Some don't. Some are high speed, some are regional, some have first class, some don't. And suddenly, your relaxing European vacation feels like you're taking a final exam. The good news? European rail travel is actually much easier than it first appears. Once you understand a few simple basics, you'll wonder why we don't travel like this more often. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to plan your very first European rail adventure, from choosing your destinations, to buying tickets, to avoiding some very common beginner mistakes. By the end of this video, you'll feel much more confident booking your own European rail vacation. Step number 1. Don't try to see all of Europe. This is probably the biggest mistake first-time visitors make. Europe may look small on a map, but it isn't. Trying to visit London, Paris, Amsterdam, Munich, Venice, Florence, Rome, and Barcelona in 10 days, you'll spend more time on trains than enjoying Europe. Instead, pick 2, maybe 3 countries, or even just 1. Italy alone could easily fill 2 weeks. So could Switzerland. So could France. The slower you travel, the more you'll actually experience. Step 2. Choose cities connected by rail. Not every destination is equally convenient. Some cities have dozens of trains every day. Others may require several transfers. If this is your first European rail vacation, stick with routes that are incredibly easy. For example, Paris to London, Amsterdam to Brussels, Florence to Rome, Munich to Salzburg, Zurich to Lucerne. These routes have frequent service, minimal stress, and beautiful scenery along the way. Leave the complicated rural connections for your second or third trip. Step 3. Decide whether you need a rail pass. Here's where many beginners get confused. Should you buy your rail pass or individual tickets? The answer depends on how you're traveling. If you're visiting several countries, making lots of train journeys, a Eurail Global Pass can offer excellent value. But if you're only taking 2 or 3 train rides, buying individual tickets is often less expensive. There isn't one right answer. It depends on your itinerary. The important thing is, don't automatically assume a rail pass saves you money. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Step 4. Understand high-speed trains. Europe has some amazing high-speed trains. France has the TGV, Italy has the Frecciarossa and Italio, Spain has AVE, Germany has ICE. These trains can travel over 180 miles per hour. They're incredibly comfortable, and often much faster than flying once you factor in airport security and travel time. But here's something many first-time travelers don't realize. Some high-speed trains require seat reservations. Even if you already have a rail pass, always check before travel day. Step 5. Give yourself time at stations. European train stations can be busy, really busy, especially in cities like Paris, Milan, or Frankfurt. Unlike airports, train boarding usually begins only a few minutes before departure. That means you don't need to arrive 2 hours early. But don't show up 2 minutes before departure either. I generally recommend arriving about 30 to 45 minutes early, especially if it's your first time navigating that station. That gives you plenty of time to find your platform, grab a snack, and avoid unnecessary stress. Step 6. Pack lighter than you think. Here's something I learned the hard way. You are responsible for your luggage. You'll lift it, carry it, roll it over cobblestones, take it upstairs, sometimes very old stairs. There usually isn't someone waiting to carry your bags onto the train. If you're struggling to lift your suitcase into the overhead rack, you'll wish you packed less. Trust me, future you will be very grateful. Step 7. Know your seat reservation. Not every country handles seating the same way. Some trains assign seats, others don't. Sometimes you'll see little electronic displays above each seat showing where it's reserved. If your reservation says Coach 8, don't get on Coach 2 thinking you'll simply walk through later. Long trains can be surprisingly difficult to navigate once they're moving. Always double check your coach number before boarding. Step 8. Plan around realistic travel days. Here's a mistake I see all the time. People schedule sightseeing immediately after a long travel day. Let's say you're traveling from Amsterdam to Munich. Yes, the train ride is comfortable, but it's still a travel day. You'll check out of one hotel, navigate to a station, ride for several hours, find your next hotel, and get settled. Don't schedule a museum reservation 10 minutes after you arrive. Give yourself room to breathe. Europe is far more enjoyable when you aren't racing the clock. Step 9. Download the right apps. Technology makes European rail travel much easier than it used to be. The Rail Planner app is essential if you're using a Eurail Pass. National rail apps can also provide live platform information and updates. Google Maps is excellent for helping you navigate stations and public transportation once you arrive. And downloading offline maps before your trip can be a lifesaver if your phone signal isn't cooperating. Step 10. Leave room for the unexpected. Some of my favorite European memories were never part of the original itinerary. A small cafe across from a train station, a local bakery you spotted while waiting for your connection, a conversation with another traveler, a scenic town you almost skipped. European rail travel isn't just about getting somewhere. The journey itself becomes part of the vacation. Sometimes the train ride is just as memorable as the destination. So, is European rail hard? Honestly, not at all. It just feels unfamiliar at first. Once you've taken your first train, you'll quickly realize why millions of Europeans use rail every day. It's comfortable, efficient, relaxing, environmentally friendly, and one of the most enjoyable ways to experience Europe. Instead of watching Europe from 35,000 feet, you actually watch it unfold outside your windows. Castles, vineyards, mountains, tiny villages, rolling countryside. It's part transportation, part sightseeing, and that's something airplanes simply cannot offer. When you're ready to start planning your own European rail adventure, whether you're dreaming of Switzerland, Italy, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, or somewhere you've never even considered, call or text Joyful Wanderer at 188-299-1969. We'll help you choose the right itinerary, figure out whether a rail pass makes sense, answer your questions, and make planning your first European rail vacation simple and stress-free. Now I'd love to hear from you. If you've traveled Europe by train, what's your favorite route? And if you haven't, which country would you love to explore first by rail? Tell us down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel tips, cruise guides, rail adventures, and destination advice. And ring that notification bell so you never miss another adventure. Talk to you later, Wanderers. Bye. Thanks for watching this video, Wanderers. If you like what you see, please click like and subscribe, and click that bell icon to be notified when we release new content. If you want to help us out even further, share this video or leave a comment. Thanks. You can also find us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Just look for this logo. Hope to see you there. If you're thinking about going on your own adventures, give us a call or text us at 1-888-299-1969. And if you've made it this far, why not check out these other videos? Thanks again for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.